I would say try to build a relationship with some of these talented producers because you can.
Have you ever thought about the production side of the industry, or just to be honest, if you're listening to your stuff, it's very interesting. I mean, you tend to do this kind of wordsmith stuff. Talk a bit more about that.
A lot of people don't know this, but you need to get onto your publishing because you're missing money.
Good afternoon, everyone. Here we are. We're for Creative Insight podcast. I'm Pink Visuals, here with JV8 Studios. And here joining me today is Styler Rhymes. How are you, Styler?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm alright, thank you. How was your trip getting here today?
It was alright. I got caught up in a little traffic, but we made it.
That's so London for you, isn't it? Yeah, London life, eh?
For real. Yeah. Should be used to it right now.
So, Styler, we've got a lot to talk about today, haven't we?
I guess so.
When was the last time I saw you? I didn't see you not so long ago, did I?
Grime Smoke, video shoot, Break the Bar event, Livo, Enish, yeah.
Livo. That was a hot one, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, that was lit.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
So, just for anybody who doesn't know much about you or know about your craft, how did you get your name?
That's cool, because I don't do much interviews still, but I got my name. I kind of gave it to myself, because growing up from the ends and that with my clique, who I come up with, I had a different name. I didn't like it.
Really?
Nah, so
what's wrong with it?
they used to call me Roachman.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, smoking wires and whatnot still, and then the whole roach thing and I didn't take to it, so I just changed it one year basically, and it reflected the music and stuff, and because I just style things out, you know. I'm a styler. Even when things go bad, I'm able to get through and style the thing out. So I called myself Styler from a very young age, and obviously everyone just followed suit, really.
Definitely all in the name then.
Pardon?
Definitely all in the name then.
Yeah, definitely. And I had to add the rhymes because there's like 5 other stylers in the whole world, yeah. But like obviously, Styler Rhymes and that had to be number 1.
Definitely.
And I had to separate, you know what I mean? So that's why the style.
I see the vision.
That's why I Styler Rhymes and that, you know what I mean? I'm the only Styler Rhymes.
So, what is it exactly that you do?
Music.
Yeah?
Music. I do all sorts of music. I won't even restrict myself to say like, I'm drill, grime, rap, hip hop.
So you mainly rap then?
Yeah, mainly rap. Yeah, mainly rap. Mainly rap. I guess that was the core. But I just like creating music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just love the whole like going to the studio, making something, putting a visual artwork on it and putting it out. You know, when I was young, I just used to make music and go home and play it, bump it myself and that, and be that was enough for me at that time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it started from all that, yeah.
So we're talking about when you were young. Where did you grow up then?
Brixton.
Oh, so you're a Brixtonian like myself.
Yeah. I moved there from the age of 3, from Peckham. Like my mum used to live in Peckham with a 2-bedroom.
Yeah.
And then went to Brixton after that for a year, and then that's where I basically laid my foundations and settled in. Really found my crew, and built up the craft in that sense.
Oh. So how long is it that you've been rapping for?
I'll say since I was young age, maybe 12, 13. It's only the last 4 years I probably started taking it seriously in that sense, really, because it's always been something I'm good at and a hobby, really. But back then, there weren't too many avenues to get involved, like money-wise, business-wise, ownership. Obviously, that's changed.
Big time.
Yeah, so the way I attack everything and look at the whole industry's changed, and I just take it a lot more seriously. You know what I mean, with the way I carry myself and the brand and who I work with now, basically. Do you know what I mean?
So in terms of the rap music, is there any particular lane that you tend to kind of veer more towards, like whether it's grime, whether it's, you know, what type of like rap is it exactly?
I love grime. Grime I just like having fun with, because I just I used to have a lot of fun with it back in the days and stuff. So I would say rap and grime are the main core, really. It can be conscious rap, can be greasy rap, or strictly real rap in that sense. Just speaking from the heart. And with the grime, it's just a lot of fun to me still.
Yeah.
Yeah, from back in the day and stuff, so I can't really leave it alone.
And to be honest with you, listening to your stuff is very interesting. I mean, you tend to do this kind of wordsmith stuff. Talk a bit more about that.
Yeah, I try, man, because it's all about the lyrical levels, and you know what I mean, saying things that you wouldn't really hear, and saying it the only way you can, really. So yeah, I try to stand out with the flows, the lyrics, the rhymes, i.e.
Yeah.
the name, style of rhymes, really, and this, yeah, try to be very different in that sense, really.
Definitely.
Do you know what I mean?
So I know that in terms of like, you know, when it comes to being an artist, you have to have a certain image.
True.
And what would you kind of say you would go into, like in terms of branding, like stuff like clothing wise, anything like that in the pipeline for you? Or
Yeah,
have you
it's all,
started up anything?
to be honest with you, it's all set up. We got the Strictly Real brand in there, so it's linked to my Spotify, so you can get the hats and the merch. I got my guy, one of my main producers, Terra Dange. He helps me out a lot with that. We got the Style of Rhymes wear, where it's more Style of Rhymes kind of things, jumpers, hats, hoodies. All these things are just linked up in my bio. And again, yeah, as the music rises up, the fashion is rising up as well, because it's all business, and yeah, there's a lot of lanes to eat in this industry. You know what I mean?
And I know that business can be quite challenging. What do you think your greatest obstacle has been so far?
That's a good question. Yeah, starting me, yeah. I would say outreach. Outreach, really. I had to sit back and not develop a plan, but just kind of build my own team from within, i.e. visualizers like JV, you know, beat makers, producers, people around the marketing, merchandise, really. Do you know what I mean? And just attack it from like every avenue. And doing that, I've kind of built my own kind of lane / platform / circle, really, because you know what I mean, everyone you work with has people that support them. So it just grows, you know what I mean? You can't really do this thing alone. Unity's power, you get me?
Definitely. You have to have your crew around your team.
Well, yeah, people you can rely on. And just like, yeah, you know that's gonna get done when and ting, you know what I mean?
Have you had any major disappointments though? That you would say has made you feel like you wouldn't want to go into it anymore?
Not really, you know, because going into this, I weren't expecting to blow up like a Drake, really, because I've been, growing up, I was known as a good rapper, really. It's just that, again, the game changed, the industry changed, so I changed with it, really, and just adapted, really. In terms of setbacks, we just move. So I look at whatever I do in terms of projects and put it out, and then I move on, really, in that sense, really. So I just keep it moving. So I can't say I've had many things I'll say that are setbacks, really, because it's just about getting the work done, and no one can't stop you doing that. Do you know what I mean? So
I think that's a very interesting point that you made about not wanting to. You didn't expect to blow up like an artist like Drake. Like you just kind of you've gone into the whole business with a different mindset. Because a lot of people, that's what their expectation is, that they're gonna blow up and become some big artist, and that's their main focus, and they don't think about the hard work that goes into actually getting there.
Right.
But in terms of like how you've gone into it, you've not actually looked at that aspect as being the reason why you're doing the music. So that's very interesting. So that could possibly be our insight of the week.
Yeah. Glad I could contribute. You get me?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's a very, very good one.
Because I wanted the respect. That's like lyrically, musically. I wanted people to hear my stuff and be like, you know. And then it just after I got that, because that came around pretty quick, really, from my couple first releases. It was just about just keeping the levels up and keep going. And yeah, now it's a brand, now it's a business, and now we just take it to the next level. Do you know what I mean?
Sure. So would you say that you prefer rap or grime?
Nah, both. I couldn't pick. That's why. Yeah, so if you really listen to me, my fans know they don't.
Sure about that?
No, seriously, I can't. Like, I love them both, really. To be honest with you, the speed of grime, but then when it comes to rap, you can really talk some stuff, you know. So I definitely dive in and out of both lanes, really, and enjoy it a lot still.
So, what would you say would be something else that you'd like to go into? Have you ever thought about the production side of the industry, or just you're just gonna be the rapper? You're just the front man of the rapping more than just like behind the scenes, or are you into your own stuff like a label or something like that? Are you interested in anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, Strictly Real Recordings, which is like a platform I developed because I noticed how all these platforms are kind of gatekeeping the thing.
Oh.
So I just clocked that and just built my own.
Which is a big problem in the music industry.
Yeah, definitely.
Gatekeeping.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, I mean, picking and choosing. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I built my own platform, and that platform has now turned into a label where we can actually take on artists and manage them, give them distribution deals, etc. But at the moment, I'm just focused on my thing because obviously I need to experience everything in the game if I'm trying to have artists under my brand as well. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, it's just.
It's definitely about the experience as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, so you can rise others mainly.
Exactly.
So do you have anyone else on? So you have your own label then, essentially.
Yeah. Strictly Real Records.
Strictly Real Records.
Yeah, that's the platform / label. Yeah.
Okay, how long has that been going on for then?
About a year and a bit. Yeah, a bit.
Still in the process of growing.
Yeah, growing. Followers, members, all of that. Yeah.
So do you have anybody else on the label?
Yeah, there's a couple people. I would say unofficially signed, but yeah, we got things in the pipeline coming. Really, yeah. A couple people I don't want to mention yet because they're still getting their things right.
Coke and dagger stuff.
A little bit. But yeah, there's a couple artists and there's a circle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, in terms of, I know that it can be quite challenging when you are dealing with things like production and making music videos and trying to obviously grow your craft. What are the challenges in terms of like funding your? Because obviously we all have jobs that we definitely have to get on with.
If not, you got to be out there.
Exactly. We all have to eat, don't we?
Yeah.
But, how do you fund your How do you go about funding basically your craft?
All self-investment, to be honest with you, and just getting around. I've always been a hustler, so you know, that's a good question. But we get it done.
Yeah.
There's always money there for studio time and other things in relation like distribution, all this stuff you need. You know what I mean? Publishing. It's not a cheap game.
Yeah, because a lot of people just think that you just stand there and rap and then that's it. But there's a lot that goes into it, of course.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I guess the 9 to 5s and just being the entrepreneur I am. You know what I mean? In terms of the Merc and everything else, like all the other ventures I do, really. Do you know what I mean? Behind the scenes.
Sure. So if you was gonna give anybody any advice, like somebody who's just about to go into the music industry, trying to get themselves on set up, how much do you think it would cost to have like a little setup just to make like few videos to start off?
When you say a little setup, you mean like their own home studio or just like a production of a track?
Like a production of a track and trying to get the ball rolling in terms of that.
Like including visuals, I want to say you need more than probably 250, 3.
Break it down the whole way, innit? Like you gotta say from the beat.
From the beat maker.
Like explain like how much the beat would be, how much you pay an engineer, how much to mix and master.
Yeah.
Like how much the music video will cost, the cover art costs.
Oh,
so like go into like every aspect that you need to buy. Everything. Like say a rapper, someone that wanted to be a rapper.
Yeah.
And they want to know how much money I need to spend to get my first release.
Yeah.
That's what you want to tell them.
In terms of how much everything should cost as well, directly.
Like, to make sure that they ain't getting bumped.
True.
So you want the man to be start doing calculator maths?
Yeah, maths lesson. Make sure your maths is on point.
Real talk.
But obviously it's for a beginner, innit? So obviously if you went to the big boys, it might be a different price.
For real. Well, like beginner wise, then I guess you would lease a beat or try to lease a beat. I would say try to build a relationship with some of these talented producers because you can split the profit on releases. Do you know what I mean? Through these distribution companies and that. That's the beat. Studio time shouldn't cost you more than $25 an hour if you haven't got your own setup or someone looking after you more than that. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't really pay more than 25 an hour to get my stuff done. Do you know what I mean? Producer, beat, artwork again, you know, usually around 20 to 50, you know. What else we got there? You need a good distributor still. There's about 3 to pick from. I would say that are the top ones really.
That's a very key component, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. That's what gets you Spotify, iTunes, etc. You know. Basically, all these things you've got to spend money on. I think the publishing's 100, but that's it, and then it's always there. Obviously, PRS. Do you know what I mean? If you're gonna do this thing, you might as well do it properly and make sure you're proper set up. So all in all, I mean, I think I said 300, but it might be it might come up to a bit more than that. But once you spend that money, you're in. Like you're set up for life in that sense, and you can obviously go studio when you want, work from behind the scenes in that sense, really. I think that's everything.
You forgot mix and master.
Oh yeah, mix and master. Yeah, mixing and mastering, that's vital. And obviously it depends on your relationship with the studio and the producer. Some producers charge separately for mixes, some don't. So it's all down to your preference really. And how you want to manage it and work it. Do you know what I mean? And obviously the mixing's a part of I believe it should be a part of the studio process and the fee really. So make sure that mix comes out crisp in that sense. But yeah, be careful because some producers will try and separate that cost and add it to you. Really, do you know what I mean?
And I think that's what a lot of people find a bit challenging. They don't really know the ins and outs of how they go about doing all these things. And it's all just very new to you, obviously, when you just start up in the industry.
Yeah,
especially if you don't really know anyone as well who's been, you know, doing it before you. So you don't really have anyone to ask. So these kind of insight is very, very key to people who will see the video and actually want to get into that sort of lane. You know?
Oh, definitely.
So that's very, 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 you know, that's very, very good advice coming from you, because obviously you've been doing this for a while now, so you've, you know, kind of established yourself to a certain point where you know the key components of what you need to get done. So
and that's how I started as well, not to cut you or anything. We used to say, oh, where is everything? Where do I go? Do you know what I mean? But you just got to kind of go in really and trial and error. Do you know what I mean? And ask questions, you know. Try and link with the right people. Networking's important, all of that stuff. Do you know what I mean?
And definitely trial and error is always going to be a point.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of people have tried and failed, and a lot of people even try to make music and then they tend to fall off after a while.
True.
What do you think about consistency though?
It's important, but I wouldn't say it's still everything in that sense, really. I feel like it's okay to kind of go quiet and come back, you know, because real life is real life at the end of the day. And like you say, we paying for all of this stuff. It's your money. So don't kill yourself or go broke trying to get views or go viral. Focus on the craft. You know, one thing I've learned, no one can be you. So from time you believe in your thing, focus on that, push that, you know, because it's true. No one can't do you. No one can't be me, no one can't be you. You know what I mean? So it's just homing your own craft really and believing in your juice.
And finding what makes you an individual as well, makes you stand out from the rest of them. Because there's a lot of artists out there nowadays. You know, take your pick these days, isn't it?
True.
So it's about what makes you kind of like different to everyone else, you know?
Yeah, what makes you special.
Yeah.
And one of those things is believing in yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of people do this and they're not fully committed.
Yeah.
I.e. they ain't got half the stuff we just spoke about set up, but they got a video on Grime Daily. You see what I'm saying? There's just so many different levels to the thing. So I guess it kind of boils down to what you want out of the game, out of the industry, really. Do you know what I mean? I want what's mine.
Yeah.
And I'm coming for it, so.
You'll grab it with both hands, aren't
you? Yeah. In the process. In the process. Do you know what I mean? One of my people I work with, he said something to me that stuck in my mind. It was like, I'm not trying to be in the music business. I'm trying to be in the business of music. And I take that same kind of mindset, really. It's a different way of looking at it, like being in the business of music. There's so many ways to eat and graft and build your thing up from this. And it's not just putting out a track. Do you know what I mean?
Well, no, it's not. I mean, you've had quite a few, haven't you? I mean, your biggest 3, I would say, would be Row, Row, Row Your Boat,
Yeah, JV8 again. Yeah.
Shout out to JV8 Studio.
Yeah, big ups. Yeah, no, that video was lit. Had I always get a lot of good feedback from that one there still.
Yeah.
The way we done it and the way
it was quite different, wasn't it?
Yeah, no one ain't done a gram video like that up till now. Do you know what I mean? Twerkers and that and
yeah, I think it was very, very, very risque to say the least.
very
risque.
Risky.
So you there with your shades on, trying to hide, not to look.
Yeah. You know what they say, it's the windows to the soul, innit? Not everyone deserves to see them, innit? So.
And then you had a bit more of a subdued one with Gully London, where it's just you.
Yeah, that was just a drill freestyle. I can't say I got bored and jumped on the drill, but Terra must have made this drill beat. I was like, let me give this a go.
Yeah. And
had a lot of fun with that. Yeah. So Gully London.
And then Grime Smoke, your latest one.
Yeah, latest one. Yeah, that's the one. That's where we last saw each other.
Yeah,
at the
Live-O.
Live-O event.
Live-O.
Yeah, big up all the
Break the
artists that came down.
Shout out to Break the Bar.
Yeah, come on, family. JV8, Break the Bar.
That was a fun night, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was lit.
Yeah.
It was lit. I got a little waved and that, and work got done. A lot of my people's turned up and that, you know what I mean? Even Terra Dange was in the building and you don't really come out.
I had a couple of people coming up to me and going, that guy's really good. Like, he
Hey,
spits fast. Like, how does he do that? But I was like, yeah, talk to him afterwards.
yeah, love. That's what I mean. That's the grind. You know what I mean? I just feel it's like a different tempo. Yeah, different energy to.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be. So, do you have any future projects that you're working on?
Oh hell yeah!
Up lately?
Always working.
Anything
Always.
in mind?
Yeah, definitely. Something's dropping next month. I don't really want to shed too much light on it still, to be honest with you, because it's just gonna.
Give us a little preview. Just a little something.
It's setting the tone because a lot of people been talking. Do you know what I mean? So it's just gonna put a lot of people in their places in that sense, really, and stop the social media nonsense and get people thinking more about the craft and the work and how you're supposed to do this kind of thing, really. But it's gonna be very lit and very impactful. So.
Well, we look forward to seeing a lot more from you.
Thank you.
In the future. And we look forward to joining us again one of these days.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Thank you for joining us.
That's all right.
Well, Styler, it's been nice having you. And I think we should do this again soon. What do you think?
Yeah, man, when you're ready, man. I'm about.
And then the next Live-O will be coming up soon, so we'll have you on there as well, hopefully.
Cool.
Come and join us.
Yeah, man.
Yeah?
That's cool.
Where can we find you on your socials?
My main page is official Styler Rams. That's where all the main stuff goes. I got the Styler Rams page on there as well. SR Recording, Strictly Real Rec. That's up there. That's all the Instagrams. Same thing with the TikToks and the Facebooks and the Twitters.
And what's the label again?
Strictly Real Recordings. Strictly Real Recordings. And it's a platform as well, so we be putting out some content with other artists on there as well. So when you get a chance, check that out, man. Do you know what I mean?
Cool. We'll do that.
Yeah, and check out my latest thing. That was directed by JV8 and yourself. And Spooksville's on that as well. Big Nasty's grand producer and that. Big up Big Nasty and Spooksville every time.
Yeah.
And it's just again, I'm just setting the tone on this grand thing. I felt like the levels had dropped, so I'm just bringing them back up.
Yeah, you need to do that now.
Yeah, but check that out. That video was lit. And we got a next one dropping next month. Do you know what I mean?
Sounds like you got a lot going on.
Always. There's always works happening. So do you know what I mean? I can't leave my listeners without. And even if they know, if when I go quiet, they know it's on. Man's working. Yeah, you know what I mean?
That's what we like to hear. No slacking around here.
Nah.
Well, I'm Pink Visuals, and it's nice for you to join me, Styler.
Big up.
Big up JV8 Studios.
Every time.
Follow us on all the socials, YouTube, Instagram, and like, comment, and subscribe.